Hi students, this is Dr. Miner, and I wanted to give you this quick video to introduce you to Canvas if you are unfamiliar with it. If you are already familiar with Canvas, then there won't be anything particularly new here, so you can feel free to skip this. Now, my Canvas dashboard is going to look different from yours because I'm an instructor and I have a whole lot more classes than you probably have for your summer schedule. But when you log in, you should be going to canvas.tccd.edu. That's going to be in your web address or your web bar at the top of the screen. You aren't able to see that, but that's the login that's the web address that I've used, canvas.tccd.edu. And then using my regular school credentials, I've logged into Canvas. So I'm here. The course that I'm looking for is this purple one. It's the 2021 Summer INRW-0399 41001. And I'm going to click on that course to get started. Now, really quickly, I'm going to switch to student view so that you guys can see this exactly the way it looks for you. All right. So I'm in student view. This is the home page, and this should be the page that you land on. You'll see that there's a welcome message. It does tell you that this is a paired course. It gives you some information. I just saw an error. This has been about 3 hours a week in 8 working through the learning materials. I will fix that. You should spend about 13 hours a week working through the learning materials. I thought I corrected that and oops. Anyway, we don't have a mandatory text. I'll be posting all the text that you need, but this class does have a mandatory writing tutoring lab, and you will start that next week. So you'll have information about how to access that lab. Okay, so this is your welcome page. There are some navigation tips, and so you'll want to read that. It just tells you how to use this information here on the left. And then if you notice below, there's course resources you can click on. Course Q&A will take you to the discussion board where you can post questions, and I'll check that every day to post answers. And then your actual learning modules where you will go to start your coursework. You can also get to any of those from the side. And then you can see there are some things on your to-do list over here on the right. So there's the group discussion, and you see the due date July 9th. So you want to make sure that you start that. That is a discussion posting and 2 replies. So replies to 2 different students. So make sure that you've got your posting in there, and then Canvas will actually assign you 2 students to reply to. And then your individual assignments are in Townsend Press. And I mentioned Townsend Press in several places with the website. All right, so we can come over here. I'm just going to follow this left menu bar. You can click on announcements. There's just a general announcement for the first day of class, and you can read that first day of class announcement by clicking on its title. So if I click on the title, it pops up. And notice that there is a video for you to watch. So welcome to class. We officially begin on Tuesday, July 6th. In preparation for your fast-paced summer session, I highly suggest watching the following video. And it's about being successful in college and grit and the difference that that makes. So I think you'll enjoy that. It's a really short 6-minute video. And so that's what's there on the welcome page. All right, or on the announcement page. Then you can go to modules. The modules are where your different, you can, I guess, think of them as lessons are. So the first thing you want to look at is the overview of Canvas, especially if you're not familiar with it or if you haven't used it at TCC before. You may notice that there are some things different here than what you've seen maybe if you used it in your high school or in other colleges or universities. So you want to click on the overview and resources, go through the getting started, go through the helpful tips and the additional support. Okay, then here's the begin here. There is a course overview. This is like your course syllabus, so read this carefully. Then there's some general information about me. And then there are some course resources, and here again is that Q&A. So that's that discussion place where if you have questions, you can post them there, and I'll check in once a day. Now, here's the thing. When you go to the Q&A, if you see a question, maybe you've already asked me or it's something you have an answer to, you can post an answer to your classmate if you already have the answer. And yes, if your answer is helpful, I might even give you some bonus points for being helpful to your classmates, because it's great if you guys build that kind of working together relationship. So post questions there, but also if you have answers, post answers there. So let's look at these really quickly. Here's the course overview. This includes the course description, the class learning objectives. There's a note about your weekly lab time, what you can expect with communication, how I expect your emails to me to be structured. Please take a look at that. Information about academic integrity and academic dishonesty, the grading scheme for this course, and how much the different types of assignments weigh into your overall grade, and then time management expectations. Let's see. The next part is the about your instructor. So there's a little mini bio right there and my contact information that includes my Google phone number. And I've already spoken to some of you, so that's great. Then course resources. These are some things that students often need to know or get access to. For example, you guys have access to Microsoft Office online for free. And so everybody should have that downloaded or be using it, because that's what you're going to use to create almost all of your documents if you're not doing them in Google Drive. And then your question board, the discussion. So if you have a question to post, you can do that. You can also subscribe to this so that you get notified if someone asks a question. Okay. So that, again, this discussion board is used to collect and answer student questions. All right. So we've looked through those. Let's go back to the modules. By the way, notice there is a link there to your Google Drive. There's a link there to Office 365 if you need to get it. There's a link there to Adobe Creative Cloud. All of these things are free and provided from the college. Okay, Unit 1. Unit 1 is your heaviest unit. There is more work here than there will be any other week of the semester. So this is our background week where you're going to go back and brush up on all of the grammar, writing mechanics, sentence structure, all of those things, but you're going to get it all done in 1 week. There are about 15 different small chapters in here that you're going to do this week. So that's really about 2 a day. If we were in class and going Monday through Thursday, we'd do 3 or 4 of them each day. They're really that small. You can push through them. But there's a presentation about college writing. Okay, so you'll take a look at that. Quick video about college writing for you to watch. And then there's information about your ebook lessons. And then this document has all of your Townsend Press. You can actually download that and print it out. It's got all of the assignments with the due dates. But when you create your Townsend Press account in Townsend Press Online, you'll also be able to see all the assignments and due dates there. So that's everything that's due this week. It's a lot. I'm telling you, this is your heaviest week. You push through this week, get everything done on time. Use time management skills, spread it out. How much do I need to get done each day? Look at your work schedule or your other obligations and figure in, where do I get in my 3 hours a day or my 2 hours a day so that I can push through these. Some of these lessons are super, super short. I have students that move through them in, 2 or 3 minutes. Some of them are a little bit longer, maybe take 20 minutes to read the chapter and knock out the lessons. Some of them may take longer, like an hour. So you want to, again, skim them first. Look for the ones that you feel like you already know. If you look and go, punctuation, what? I can knock that out. Knock out punctuation. If you feel the same way about subjects and verbs or adverbs, knock that stuff out. If there's some that are going to take you longer, maybe do 2 easy ones and 1 difficult one each day. But just think about how you want to manage that. All right, I'm going to go to the next screen. This is your group discussion. Now, this is actually an assignment. Once you've worked through the different, some of the different lessons about writing, these basic elements about writing, what I want you to think about is, why is it that college level writing is often found to be difficult by college students? Okay, so do you think college level writing will be difficult or not, and why? And kind of think forward. Don't just think right now, but as you move through your college courses, as you encounter essays, research papers, reports, articles, etc., what are some things that maybe you have apprehensions about? What were some things that were challenging for you this week? What things did you find easy? And discuss it. Don't just make a simple sentence, because again, this is college level writing. So you're supposed to engage in it, expand your writing. Everything should have an example or clarification. Like when you make a statement, make sure that you're clear about what you mean by that statement, and then maybe go, for example, or for instance, and then provide an example and explain it. So this is your discussion. There are some guidelines on your discussion. Your initial response should be 120 to 200 words, and then reply to 2 classmates, and your response to the classmates should be about 60 words each. Okay. And it should reflect on their response. It should ask questions of them, and Canvas will automatically assign you a discussion to review and reply to after the due date on the 9th. And because students always ask, does spelling count? Yes, spelling counts. So there's that piece. If you need tech support, there you go. And then your Townsend Press assignments. Again, you'll have to log in at townsendpress.net, create a student account. It walks you through step by step. There's a place where it asks you, to select your school type. If you're at a college, so there's an option for college or university. You're at a college, you're in Texas, then you'll scroll down. They're in alphabetical order, so you're going to scroll down to Tarrant County College, and then you just look for my name. So you'll look for Minor, Jacqueline, M-I-N-O-R. And once you find that, click on my name, and you can log into our class, and you'll see all of your assignments. Again, the assignment list is here, but in order to get them into our course, you'll need to create your student account. You have the option to buy access for $15 for 4 months, but you won't need that because we're only going to use Townsend Press for the first 2 weeks to do the background things, the foundational items, and then we're going to be done with it. So you do not need to pay for that Townsend Press. Okay, and then here are some additional resources. And notice I'm just using the next button to go through each part of this. And then it tells you you're at the wrap up. When you get to the unit wrap up, you know you're done. So that's where it says, congratulations on completing week 1. You should be proud of your effort. The remaining weeks won't have nearly as many assignments, not even close, but we had to get the basics out of the way. And then it says looking ahead, and that just gives you an idea of what we'll do next week. Okay, so again, I'm going to go back to the home page, and that's where it starts. And you're just going to work through home, announcements, modules, and you can just use that next button in the bottom right corner to click through each part. That's the best way to approach it. Some students like to just go to the calendar, but that doesn't give you the level of depth as using that next button to make sure you go page to page. So there's your intro to Canvas, and I look forward to visiting with you. I'll be sending emails and making phone calls this week, and look forward to speaking with each of you. All right, take care.